Packletide's tiger. This is a story about Mrs. Packletide and how her strong dislike for Luna Bimberton led her to take up an adventurous task to kill a tiger. It was believed that all movements and motives of Mrs. Packletide were controlled by her deep dislike of Luna Bimberton. Recently, Luna had a joyride in an aeroplane for 11 miles with an Algerian pilot. Luna was not far behind in boasting of her achievement to her friends and would not talk of anything else for weeks. Mrs. Packletide, as a result, was highly jealous of Luna's adventure. She wanted to do something more exciting and sensational than that. She wanted to outshine Luna Bimberton's feat by doing something adventurous that had more thrill than Luna's joyride in the aeroplane. So Mrs. Packletide decided to kill a tiger. Circumstances proved favorable as a tiger visited frequently a forest of a nearby village. Mrs. Packletide was ready to give 1,000 rupees to the villagers if they could help in safe and comfortable shooting of the tiger. The villagers did their best to arrange a safe shooting. They left goats to satisfy the hunger of the old tiger. Mothers hushed their singing, lest they should disturb the restful sleep of the old tiger. The day finally arrived. Mrs. Packletide sat on a platform specially constructed for the shooting with a paid companion, Louisa Mebbin. Louisa Mebbin behaved like an elder sister in matters which were related to money. She tried to show that she saved every penny of Mrs. Packletide. When the tiger came out in the open and moved towards a tangled goat, Mrs. Packletide fired a shot at him. Soon, the tiger rolled down on the ground, dead. The villagers started thumping drums in celebration. But Mrs. Mebbin discovered a secret. It was found that the goat died of Mrs. Packletide's rifle's fatal wound. But there was no sign of any bullet wound on the tiger. So it seemed that the tiger died of a heart failure caused by the sudden noise of the rifle. Mrs. Packletide was annoyed at this discovery. Louisa Mebbin warned that Luna Bimberton would be amused to know the real cause of the tiger's death. The villagers were anxious to get their 1,000 rupees, and they connived at the false story that Mrs. Packletide had shot the tiger dead. Louisa Mebbin was a great opportunist and could exploit situations and people to her advantage. So she started blackmailing Mrs. Packletide into buying a weekend cottage at Dorking for her. It was the price for her keeping quiet. Mrs. Packletide was now the proud possessor of the dead tiger and had many photographs published in papers and magazines. Out of jealousy, Luna Bimberton didn't look at Mrs. Packletide's photographs published in papers and magazines for weeks. Luna thanked Mrs. Packletide for a tiger claw brooch gifted by her, but declined the luncheon party hosted by her. However, no sooner, Mrs. Packletide gave up big game shooting, as incidental charges were heavier than the real cost of shooting the tiger.